Alright, well, we've got the fence controller installed here, and sorry about the shadows, the light's not great in the barn, but so pretty low end small animal charger, so I'm hoping that it'll work for the piglets. That's really the only ones that are getting underneath the fence. I just ran wire down. I'm going to staple that up, make it a little nicer, but I just ran about a 4-foot piece of copper piping into the ground there with the ground clamp on it, so I'm hoping that'll give me a decent ground. The ground's really soft and wet here, and then that green wire goes out through the wall and ties to the fence wire. So let's plug it in. Alright, well, it's on. It seems to be pulsing, so that's cool. Who's going to end up touching it first? Will it be a chicken, or will it be a pig? Okay, that chicken just touched it, and it didn't seem to care, so maybe it's not working. So I bought this little tester with, when I bought all the stuff, it was like $5. So it looks like we just stick this in the ground, and then touch the wire. Okay, well, it seems to be working. I kind of want to touch it. Maybe I can get a pig to touch it instead. All right, it worked. All right, let's see if Big Mama scares her off. Stay away from the wire, dude. You gotta learn. Is it bad that I find that funny? The pigs are finally, hopefully, contained here. Now, for those of you who have not been following along, this is the mothering shelter. This is our barnyard. It's where the animals come to give birth. And the reason I'm setting this electric fence up in here real low, the piglets are really the only animal that has ever gotten out of this barnyard. They're the only ones that are small enough to fit under the fence. But I also want to use this as kind of a training ground. This is the first real electric fence that we have set up here on the farm. And so all the animals that come and give birth here will kind of learn young on that fencing. They'll identify that wire, they'll identify the yellow insulators on the posts, and they'll know to stay away from the fence. And that's the whole point. I'd like to be able to put them out on larger pastures, and the piglets will next go out onto a large pasture where they have a lot of forest and natural habitat to kind of root around in. And I'm going to be using more electric fencing there. It's just cheaper, and it'll allow me to set up more pastures quicker than putting wood posts in or metal posts in and doing like welded wire or something like that. So I'm going to experiment with different things, but the electric fencing I think is going to be a great asset for us. I've kind of been against electric fencing in the past. I haven't used it at all here. I've really wanted to put up permanent fencing, make things look really nice and more permanent, and with shelters and all that stuff, little by little. But I have all these animals and I just need to get them out. I need to get them out they need to be out of this. They've just taken all the nutrients out of this little barnyard, and it looks like a chicken found the wire also. So this would be a great way for me to get these piglets trained on the electric fence and then be able to get them out, Martha, the mother, and the 4 piglets out into kind of a natural environment for them to root around on and graze on, and that's where they need to be. So that's their final destination here on the farm. Pretty easy. As always, I'm using all kind of pieced together things, scraps of things I had laying around here, old insulators off the post. I try to reuse as many of them as I could. They had horses in here before, so I took some of the insulators off, moved them down. So I did purchase that little fence charger. That was I got at Family Farm and Home here in Michigan. It's our local closest place farm store. You can get them on Amazon also, and I'll put a link. There's a couple different brands that are pretty popular. I'll put a link in the description. Of course, you can just order one. That one I think was $35, I believe, $39. So it's pretty cheap. But other than that, I only purchased a few insulators. The wire was given to me by a friend. All the other scraps and things, the copper pipe and the ground, kind of everything else I had laying around here. And so I always try to use up what I have before I buy things. That's the goal anyway. So Let me know what you guys think. Electric fencing for pigs seems to be the way to go. The adult pigs, I've had no problem with them getting out with regular fencing, but the piglets, man, they are hard to keep contained, so I know this will help. Let me know what you guys think. Electric fencing, is it the way to go all over the farm, or should I stick to more permanent fencing, welded wire, woven wire, that kind of thing? So let me know what you think. Thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed watching me kind of throw together a little electric fence today. And as always, subscribe if you want to follow along. If it's your first time to the channel, we are kind of a new farm here in Michigan. We're trying to make it as farmers with sustainable and natural processes here. So if you'd like to follow along and see if we make it or not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell next to it to get notifications when we post new videos. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.